Okay, here we go. It's us. Well, of course it's us. It's us versus Crucifer. This is pretty scary. They have 6 blocks. We have a total of 7. 5 blocks to wrestle. Their ogre is scarier, and they have a tackle mighty blow piece. Last game or last season, Crucifer brought Pro Elves. We tied that game. Due to, at least in part, a lucky scatter on my end where I misplayed my Gutter Runner and they got a blitz on it. In the meantime, Saitani is having a less than stellar game. 4 dub skulls in the first 5 turns and a skull both down. Getting outbashed by no skill KS with Mighty Blow Khemri. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So this is early in the day, but it's the last day I'm able to play before me going to Gothenburg for a week. Okay, we'll see. Okay, they protected their catchers, so I'm not gonna do anything with the catchers. More rerolls. I don't think that matters much. Just means we both have a lot of rerolls. Well, that made me sad. Okay, we got a stun out of it. I'm really re-rolling here because I literally have 4 re-rolls and I picked the ball up. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. But it is what it is, because now I have a 1 die here that doesn't have a reroll. Do I even care about this at this point? No, I don't. We leave that be. Because the pushback would put it here, and this is a much more likely target to murder. Here, Crucifer probably wants to go for this, but I have a guard piece here, making that hard to do. So they'd have to put this in, move this out, and commit this. And even then that doesn't... No, you have to go... Yeah, you have to go there. So... This commits a lot of the blitzers. I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't get anything off the rat ogre block, but it is what it is. We did get 1 KO. Okay, well. Nice. Less nice, but still okay. Let's see if they base my Stormworm in here. Nice. It's just gonna push that away, I'm guessing. Yeah. Go, mighty blow. Oh, that's very nice. That's going to be Appa, though. And he got it on the reroll because that was badly hurting into Miss Nix. Hello. Would you like to move at all? Nope. Do I want to go? Oh, no. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we've gotten rid of 3 of them. My face is over the clock. Yeah. Actually, in this instance, that maybe we should change that. Because I can see why that'd be interesting to actually watch. Let me see if I can move myself on top of the clock instead and put myself like here. How about that? I think we'll move it back down for the normal stuff. It means you guys can't see... actually, you can see whatever I click on because that shows up here. Wow, that was a... Okay, let's see what they do. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Nice. They're gonna, 4 rerolls and all, so it doesn't matter much. Whew. Okay, didn't work. There's no reason for us to push up right now because we're up 3 pieces, and they're not threatening the ball very much. Yeah, I kind of expected this to happen. Okay, are they going for the foul here? No, I mean, would they not commit? No, they do this. If they're going for the foul here, surely they do that first, right? So that's just there so that my spooky storm vermin doesn't get to do anything fun. Oh nope, they got the. They're not blitzing the. That's rude. The reason we do these blitzes early, by the way, is because if they fail, I have more time to do shit afterwards. Same with this. Well, this foul is just gonna fail. But okay. No, I don't want to do that. The other reason, of course, is that yeah, if I fail, I have more than enough time to deal with it. The reason we're fouling is because this is the scariest piece after the Mighty Blow tackle piece, and secondly, it what turn am I on? Yeah. See if I get it. Did. Cool. With the Apo gone, getting there's less for Crucifer to do if that thing goes out. Okay. And see if they go for the rat over or not. Nope. Which kind of makes sense, because going for the rat ogre means they have to commit so many pieces, and they probably don't want to do that since there is only 7 of them left now. Nice rat ogre. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Get rid of it. Nope. Yep. Okay, well. The dicing of my opponent continues? And by that, I mean... Actually, hang on. Go, 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 go! Nope. Okay, didn't want to move. That's fine. We don't need it to move. So this is the one thing I can get over here. Well, that's not necessarily true. This thing can also get over here. Which is... I'm assuming this guy's gonna blitz. Because it's the only thing they have. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that doesn't matter, but we're gonna do that anyways. Go! Nope. I mean, it's a lot of KOs, but they're all gonna come back. And we failed 4 times and failed to get a single result out of it. So that's a bit of a bummer, but I can't really complain based on how this half has gone so far. Like, clearly I've broken armor a lot more than Crucifer has. They have a full team again, though. We have a full team again. And they're probably... This probably means that there'll be up players after this. Actually, hang on. Well, they won't be here now. That's where I want you. Now, if I was really worried about them doing a one-turner, I could have done another setup, but I'm not really too worried about it. I think it's a lot more likely that they just want to murder me. So that's where we're putting up all of our important pieces in the back. Yeah, Meshong, I can't believe you managed to get fouled like that. Or not fouled. I can't believe it was visible. Does seem like they're going for it, though. But that's fine, because I have a secret weapon. It's called Kick. So we got a blitz. Yeah, so... Because of Kick, they have to do, like, I think they have to do the pass now? Because if they do the push forward first, that's not going to... Actually, that's not true. If they run over and then do 2 GFIs... No, but this needs to be pushed further than that. They also need that to be a push. So this might actually change the whole thing into... Nope. Because let's see, how far do you need to go? Stop. It's also bold to do this on a... Okay, so they need one more push. Which they should be able to get. They just need something here. And then this guy does that. And this ends up here. But I think if they do that, I think they might be at... What's the... That's fine, Jesse. You can... Please enjoy your mod status. No? Okay, then... Oh, are they pushing it? Okay, so they're pushing it even further then. Oh, right, because this goes here. And then this guy can do it again. But... I don't think... Well, I get... Hang on. I'm overthinking this. They don't have to pass... the whole way. They pass to someone who does the handoff. That's what they do. I'm dumb. Dumb. Nice fill though. And so they pass to the piece that's in the back here. They pass to this, and then this guy does a handoff. But they don't have a reroll on the catch or the GFIs. Okay. I had 3 seconds left on the clock, I think. I'm not sure if Chris just gave up or if they ran out of time. Okay, knocked out. And like I said, now we're down players. But we are up. Oh, wait, actually, hang on. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. So we won the first half, but we're now down a rat. Because, well, we got found out fouling, which is what it is. That's it. So, the reason I didn't kick it as deep is because... Actually, I should have kicked it even shorter. If I'd not been, you know, stressed out about the 1 minute turns, I would have counted properly, and I would have also probably moved this guy forward. Because I want the gutter runners to always be a threat. So if I kick it too deep, they're not that. Oh, nice. I mean, it doesn't matter too much here because it doesn't, like, Crucifer doesn't need guard on the LOS because he's already got it. Well, that's nice. Huh. Okay, are you going for the quick? No, surely you can't be. Okay, let's see where the catcher goes. Also, it says Mace Guard 11 month on the 12-month gift. Okay, so oh, wait a minute. We can do this. Oh, wait a minute. Are you in scoring range right now? Yeah, you are. Okay. Let's stop that from happening. I don't want that. That's much better, thank you. That's less good. We knocked a bunch of them down, but unfortunately we only stunned 2 of them. So they can reform a cage if they want. They still have a... Well, they had a scoring threat here. He's going to have a hard time running through. I was going to say, oh shit, I forgot about Frenzy and the surf, but this is actually not surfable. They'd have to surf from here, and there's a... Well, that's very nice. So I'm relying on my innate abilities to not misplace myself, which admittedly is not that great to begin with, but it worked out that time. That's unfortunate for us. That's fortunate for us. Okay, so we both eaten a dub skull this half. Now we kind of have to, I think, keep track of where this piece is. Well, we always have to keep track of where that piece is going. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna go there. If he goes there, this piece has to go... No, that makes... What are you... What's happening here? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Fair enough. Can't do that. Okay, so this literally happened in mine and Crucifer's game last time around with the when it was Pro Elves versus Rats, but it was the other way around and they didn't knock me down. Or did they, and it scattered to a rat? I think it might have been that. They did knock me down, but they weren't punished. And the same is partly true here. I think this is harder to get out of, though. Like, there's probably like, there is a chain push here. Fill in this square with guard. Blitz here. But that only pushes this guy, like, here. And then it's, of course, it's still, like, 1 minute turns that you have to figure out. Also, that I was going to say that's another KO. So they're down to 10. We are now down to 9, I think. Yeah. We should be down to 9. We both have kind of like... Oh, right. There's an even easier chain push here. Unless this is a both down, which it's not. Oh, wait. This isn't actually an easier chain push because you can't get the double and this is Frenzy. So where do you go? Oh, this is very tricky because this piece is going to get pushed here, but then this piece is going to get pushed here. So, oof. Because that's... Okay, and that clears that, and then this guy gets to dodge. But now they've eaten the reroll. Are you in range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're, yeah. So it's a 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus without a reroll. That's doable. They should be able to extract themselves from this. Well, assuming the dodge works. And it did, and here comes the... Yep. That was well played turn. Stop getting your KOs back. Because I'm not getting mine. Oh, I only got one. Oh. So... I've got 10. They have a full team again. We're getting the KOs. They're getting the KO rolls. Oh, more rerolls. Failed to pick up. That's fine. Stay. No. Oh, hang on. That was very greedy of me. Get rid of it. Thank you. Yep. I'm not okay with being on the floor here. Because I have a sneaking suspicion they can kind of reach it. Yeah, you could have reached it. Okay, let's see what they do. With this guy gone, I mean the challenge is I have to score late enough. We've seen Crucifer do the one turner setup with the humans already, so we know that he can do it. Okay. Okay, this is trading a lot of blocks. Yeah, I can't have that, unfortunately. So this is an interesting trade. I'm not sure I should have made that. In the sense that I'm playing this for like turn 16, right? So appoing that doesn't matter there. But hang on. Shit. This is a problem. Right. So I couldn't because of these not being knocked down, and also this guy. Well, less this guy actually, because I could stand over here. But I couldn't run up as far as I would have liked. So now this is mainly here as a backup, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this guy's still in scoring range. My camera looks cool here. I don't... Okay, cool. I mean, good. That made it sound like I didn't appreciate the feedback. That's not what I meant. It's just that I'm not sure I agree, but it's useful for the timer. Like I don't. If I had like another bar below me, I'd be more okay with it. I just don't like floating green screen faces. But it's good to know that people disagree with me. Okay. So that was the blitz. Okay. Well, this I think can work out for us. Right. Oh, I messed up. I wasn't paying attention. I messed up. That's real bad. Let's see if we get punished. Nope. Well. Looks like someone's about to fall. I could make. It's true. I could make it smaller. Like there are a lot of things I could do with this window. It's just one of those 1 minute timers. It was pointed out when the game started, so it's like, well, okay. So interesting. Less interesting. Cool. Okay, so 2 turns to move the ball up. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's not good. That's in fact very, very bad. We probably messed this up quite a lot. Okay, we have... Yep. So we'll see what they do here. This is still a blodge piece. Their tackle piece is gone. They can't move this if they want to win. But it's a dodge out. And then someone has to pick it up. So maybe it's this guy blitzing here, because it frees up this, and this guy can then dodge out and hand it off here. Yeah, I should have before I did this. I think I should. The safer play would probably done this blitz here if I wanted to stop them from trying to score. So that would be the safer thing. The other play would have been to just chuck it down here, because even if it scatters here, that's better for me than having it be here. Okay. Okay, so that... Wait, I don't... Hang on. How did they... I don't think they can do it anymore, right? Like, they can knock the ball down, but I don't know if they can... Okay. Please scatter this way. Oh, this is probably... Okay, no, that's just a win then. Any other scatter? Oh boy, any other scatter would have worked. But I've like, here's the thing: when I play a turn poorly, and my scatters fail, this happened in my semi-final against Jimmy, where I was like, where I managed to knock the ball loose, and then it scattered onto one of his pieces, caught it, and then I failed my positioning on the last turn, and he just ran it in and scored. So I don't have the well, that's probably not true. I probably have excellent luck with scatter, and I only remember the poor ones. Okay, so... Oh wait, that's not good enough. I need it to be the rat ogre. This is not correct. Yeah, I must... Ah, it's too late. Forgot to do the GG. I'm sorry, Crucifer. No, this is a rest format. There's no reason to do injuries. So I think first half went really well, clearly, because we got all the armor breaks. But yeah, the misplay was on turn 15. Why would you, Galvan Hunter? Why would you suggest me making a dick move against another coach? Whoops. 39 blocks, 45 blocks, 3 KOs, 5 KOs, 2 injuries, 3 injuries, 1 kill. I'm not playing a friend. I'm playing another streamer. He's in the same league as me. I don't see how... I still don't follow. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. They had poor dodges. Their armor was poor. 50% as humans is not what you want to see. Injury was okay. Wake up after KO was excellent. And I think this is partly... If we were more even on players, that probably could have changed. But that's, you know, that's Blood Bowl. You can't really be like, oh no. Because we were, I think for the most part, in the second half, we had less players. But not by much. And we're also faster and more mobile. So that was less of a problem. Catch worked out okay. GFIs were good, but there were only 3 of them. The casualties were really poor. Pickup worked, and Bonehead worked. On our end, I did not realize we had even worse armor. Hang on. The fact... So, we had horrible armor, but our injury was excellent. So, like, we got armor broken all the time, but... They... Okay. Wake up after KO was good. Dodge... Well, I didn't dodge much with the Gotcha Runners, did I? No. So that's still okay. That's poor, but those are scatters, I think. Wild Animal, some of those were just movement. Casualties were okay. GFIs were good. Pickup was poor. Okay. Block dice. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sure Crucifer's not very happy with that. Yeah, so the way the interaction with dodge versus tackle works, that if you're up against a tackle player, it'll ask you if you want to use dodge, and then you have to say yes. And then that'll fail because of tackle, and then you get to use your reroll. So if you instead go, no, I don't want to use dodge, you just fail. So that was that's a bummer, but well played by Crucifer. You know, even if the scatter hadn't been well, so if there were 2 squares where it could have scattered in such a way that they were able to score, and it was the one that they scatter in, and then it was the one directly down, which would have also eaten an extra movement, and then they would have had to do an extra GFI. So, well played. Bummer that we couldn't get the 2-1 on that, but I think I did this. I ran out of time thinking about it, and I think I should have, in hindsight, I should have gone for the pass, because even the pass would have had to be a blitz and then a pickup and a handoff, even if it even if I fumbled it. But then again, they didn't have a tackle piece, so knocking my player down was also a 6 plus roll. They rolled two pows, so I've been on the other side of that.